Love the sport. It's for all ages. Lucky enough here, I've got the title, for the Mixed Opens title, named after me. I've won it 8 times. Been captain for the Australian Mixed Opens team for a few years now. Won a few of the men's 30s as well, played Australian men's 30s. So yeah, I've been very, very fortunate. I've probably been in the right place at the right time. My background is Lebanese, born in Australia, so I'm Australian, but mum and dad are from Lebanon. They migrated here in 1966, and probably the same as most migrants, come over with only a thong. Not that they lost one, he found one, and they did it the tough way. They hard because it's a new country. They don't really know. They don't know anyone here. They had to find a job. They worked 2 shifts, and they sort of did it the old-fashioned way. Actually, it started with just basically my friends, because we had touch football competitions running weeknights, and a few of the guys got together and said, "Hey, there's this touch football game. It's sort of like league. You don't have to tackle. You don't get hurt. We should put a team in and make a night of it. Wednesday nights, go and play, and then we'll go out for a pizza and stuff like that." So it really did start informally. Got playing for a couple of years, and then they started to mention things like the regional championships, and they said, "Oh, why don't you come down and trial for this? It's the next sort of level in touch." And it sort of just carried on from there. So you play for your local affiliate, maybe a Parramatta or a Manly or a Hawthorn in Melbourne or something like that. And from there they picked our regional teams. And from the regional teams they went on and picked city country teams, and then state teams and Australian teams. So it's sort of like you're in the pool and you're starting to swim. They go, "Well, keep going because you got 5 laps to go." And it's just been really good. My background is we play for a team called Western Suburbs of Sydney, and we are a very, very multicultural team there. We've got nationalities, Australian, Italian, Lebanese, we've got some Chinese guys there, we've got some Pacific Islanders there, we've got a couple of Japanese players there. So we've got a great range of multicultures. I think now as a coach, you've got to learn not to judge a book by its cover. They're keen to learn, so as a coach, it's rewarding to pick up someone like that and actually see them progress and become better players. The benefits are unreal. When you're touring and you get to learn the backgrounds of these guys, that's where you really enjoy it, and you think, what, you're missing out on so much because we've sort of got our blinkers on. I think the rewards are in the fact that if you can create something that's successful, not necessarily as a result, but in terms of the atmosphere that you build, if you can create a family and get people just to get on. Sport's sport, especially at this level, we don't get paid, so it's not as if it's a lifeline for them. They actually pay to play this game, so we try to make sure that if you're going to pay, you're going to enjoy yourself and have a really good time. So yeah, it's probably one of the challenges. When I hit my teens and they sort of realised that I was taking a liking this touch football thing, Dad was always on my case saying, "What about your schoolwork? What about your studies?" They didn't realise that was my out from my studies and my break from things, but that's pretty much the way they were brought up. Having come over and having done it the tough way, they sort of don't want to see me do that. Speaking from a Lebanese background, we've taken some teams to World Cup to represent Lebanon. We've taken mixed teams and we've taken men's teams. It's always a little bit hard to recruit some of the Lebanese girls, especially in a mixed environment, because I think the old school thinking is that they shouldn't be going away with boys, unless they're engaged or something like that. We've got a thing called the Blackest Cat, and we travel around Australia. We run touch clinics. It's just to develop touch, and that's for kids from ages of 10 to 18, and we come across a lot of kids that are multicultural, and the beauty of those clinics is because the kids are young, their parents have to drop them off, and they end up making it a day of it, like they have a bit of a picnic there, and they see their kids having a really good time and having a lot of fun, and they realise that, well, hey, this sport's pretty good. It's no contact, there's low risk of injury, and we sort of try and encourage them to come to things like that. The first thing is just to make sure that it's fun. Don't worry about the results, worry about the process. If you can create something that people want to be a part of, it doesn't matter if they don't win because they're actually enjoying themselves. One of the things I do with every team that I'm involved in is I actually get them to talk about themselves in the team environment. So you might do a little session where you say, okay, you got to answer 4 basic questions, like your name, your nickname, something you like to do outside of touch football, where you're from, what your background is, and the funniest thing you've seen a family member do. So it actually invites them to open up and maybe tell a story, and then people start thinking about, oh, okay, that's mad. The idea is to get the parents to come to the actual training sessions or come to the trials, and once they get to sort of see the environment that the kids are in, they know that the kids are safe, then you can start to break them down a bit. But it's initially to get the parents there. Half the challenge is getting some of the cultural parents to come out because they don't really see sport as a necessity. They see it more as something that might get their kids injured, and then they look at the negative effects and say, well, you do sport, you get injured, you break your leg, you can't work, how are you going to feed your family, and the snowball type effect. We can only benefit from everyone participating and everyone encouraging people to come on board. Sport should be taken as something that you enjoy. If you can put together groups of people that enjoy being together, then they can enjoy their sport. It can only stand to make our sport, no matter what it is across Australia, much better.